Yeah, g'day all. I thought I'd do one more. Being an empath, I thought I'd help many other empaths out there understand their reality and what's really going on with them, because when you wake up being empathic, a lot of things go dramatic around you that you can't understand and what's going on and everything like that. So the first thing that you notice as you're being an empath in life is that energy becomes really sensitive. Other people's energy fields start to affect yours. You start to become more depressed, and that when you're around other people, all of a sudden when you feel like you're taking on the world and you really feel like you've got a weight on your shoulders all the time, like your responsibility is the world. And because you are a conduit that's put inside of society, you actually are a negative energy drawing electromagnetic frequency for you of consciousness that actually draws in everyone else's negativity, and you basically have to absorb it yourself and then put it back into the positive, and then that's what we're here for. The reason why you basically blow up sometimes is because you yourself, you take in so much of that all the time that it becomes overwhelming, and taking in someone else's energy all the time and letting them feed from you all the time, because let's face it, and being an empath, it's actually our healing ability to actually give everyone else energy as well when they're around us, to actually have that, wow, we feel fucking better about everything, but then we're being an empath after that, you suffer quite dramatically. And feeling other people's physical pain and everything like that kind of takes a big draw on you over time, especially if you hang around unhealthy people that are going through mental illness or anything like that. You know, that's the reason why, like a lot of empaths would know, that you end up with narcissistic people just because you're used to being that empathic role where you're always giving, and you feel like you've already you can never have anything for yourself because you've got to keep giving all the time, because you being an empath is a natural healer that resonates from your spiritual essence, and it's just part of what we remember of what we can do, you know. But when you get further on into life, you'll start having panic attacks, and you'll start going crazy. You'll start actually having these big fucking attacks in your mind, thinking you're actually losing it and that you're losing the plot of everything because it's becoming so overwhelming for you. Basically, you just have to shield. You have to learn how to shield and block all of that energy away from you. You know, because your aura is so open all the time, when you didn't even understand anything about that energy that was going on when you were a child, you've let so much come into you already that it's basically manifested that you have to get rid of that later on when you understand that everything around you is energy, and you can start to control it, being so empathic that you can feel the sensitivity of energy and the creational energy itself. So, but then later on, as you get older and older and older, you get your psychic abilities. Basically, you start to understand and see things. Sometimes you can sleep, and you'll have dreams that can actually be like, when you're younger, you can have a dream that always sticks with you, that's very vivid right throughout your life. And then later on in life, a few years later, you'll come to that moment and you'll be like, wow, this is exactly the same, but it's not a deja vu. It's another totally different experience. You actually have that vision of exactly what happened, and you remember that you dreamt it, or you get that dream continuous over and over again. Sometimes because you're so empathic, you become a very a target for the paranormal, or basically for spirit to manifest itself inside the physical to give you realization of everything else around you isn't really anything but an illusion, and everything is energy, and you manifest that being an empath yourself to wake yourself up from spirit on the outside. But because we're so sensitive to energy, energy can manifest, and the negative energy can manifest as be self-aware, and then we have to deal with that, because like I said, we draw in so much negative energy, and trying to get rid of it all the time is really hard, especially when at the time you didn't know how to shield or anything like that. So anyone that gets over, like, if you're, even when you're in a for example, if you go to a crowded place, you can feel the whole energy of the whole entire collective that's in there. For example, a lot of empaths, like I spoke before in the past, you've been to raves in your life. Raves are very comfortable. Raves are always about love. It's basically because everyone's on the same frequency. They're on that love energy, apart from a few gangsters that are dealing and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just all to do with, we are so sensitive to that collective energy, and when you become more empathic, you become more and more sensitive, until you can pick up the slightest frequencies inside the change of the whole actual electromagnetic collective. And when you reawaken as being empathic fully, and you return back to your spirit as being spirit inside body walking on earth, well, then you start to resonate with everything that you've always known, and your true memory will start to come back to you of what everything is always about. Most of you will find some form of energy work in life. It's exactly what we were designed to do. some people will become the full online psychics, or there's a lot of frauds, but there's some real empathic people that can do it will become online psychics and stuff like that. So, but it's just natural, people. Don't worry about your life. Don't worry about if you're hanging around someone and all of a sudden you feel so down or so depressed and that, and you don't know the reason why. It's just because you have to do that, otherwise this matrix can't function the way it's supposed to be. Empathic people are the conduits, you know. We're supposed to help the world push in a direction all the time with the energy that we're here to always exchange and push back out. Being so positive, you always draw in the negative, and unfortunately that means that you have to go through traumatic events. It means through your life will be hard, that events and obstacles will always keep showing up, because when you're being so positive and you're always putting so much positive into the collective, you have to take a lot of negative back, and that negative energy can manifest in many different forms, from paranormal to physical to all kinds of things around you. So be prepared for that. That's just part and parcel of being full empathic when you're opened and returning to spirit. So peace, love and respect all. I thought I'd chuck that up for empaths that are out there that can understand right now. You know, a lot of you, when you put your hands together, if you haven't practiced energy work already, you'll already be able to feel that electromagnetic charge in between your palms. As you go close, you can move your hands away and you'll be able to feel that energy drawing to each other already in that. And obviously, you know, any kind of like device that you touch or anything, you can feel the energy running through you yourself as well, especially the cell phones and everything these days. You just basically feels like it's burning in your hands sometimes after holding it for a while. So, yeah, peace, love and respect all. I thought I'd chuck that up just to give people out there that are just waking up to being what empath is in their life, and why it's like it is. You know, the basic thing is that at being an empath, you've got to learn to say no and just shield yourself. You've got to shield yourself 100%, because taking all of it in all the time, trust me, you take it in for months and months and months and months where you don't think about yourself and you always think about everyone else, and you don't worry about your own situations, then you're going to blow up eventually, and you're going to basically argue with someone or go off, and then there's going to be an argument or something like that, because you have to sometimes say no. You have to balance yourself. As hard as it is being empathic towards people, you just have to say no, and that's just how it is. So peace, love and respect all. If you haven't checked out my book and you're empathic, I suggest you do, because damn, it's going to give you so much more realization to why everything the way it is, especially explaining all the electromagnetic fields around us and how the energy actually works with us right throughout our electromagnetic body, our kundalini, our spiritual anatomy, going into the quantum designs right throughout all the parallel realities that go right through that we are all linked through. Basically, it just explains how we as spirit manifest in all the quantum mirrors throughout everything, and how everything was designed, and how we are actually always here being an antenna manifesting the physical reality through the subconscious, but always using the conscious to manifest, when we always basically use the reverse design of duality's law. So peace, love and respect all. Check it out. Like I said, if you don't agree with it, well, send me an argument. Don't just fucking say, oh, well, I don't agree. Read it and read what I say, and then send me an argument why it's wrong to you. So, but otherwise, peace, love and respect, and I hope you do check it out. And I hope this gives you more of an idea of what it is to be an empath in your life, you know. Nature is the best thing for us. I'm trying to get to nature myself all the way through, so hopefully one day I will get there, because the city is the worst, you know, when you have so many closed-minded people that are only for ego and for their own greed agenda, and everyone else out there is just fucking working as individual when you're trying to teach them to be collective. It's really hard, and it takes a lot of you out of you to actually keep functioning the way that you've got to go, you know. So I just want you to know, you know, you're very strong, you're very special people in this world, and you know that Source loves you no matter what, you know. Source is our unconditional divine father that created that game for us to play, you know, and the source that we've created inside, well, not source, source is source is what we created, spirit, but our Father designed it so magnificent for us to come in and experience what it is to be a son of God in physical reality, you know, and that's absolutely amazing in itself. So peace, love and respect all, and I hope this gives you a little bit of insight to understand what's happened in your life, and I hope other empaths hear what I say, and it helps out a little bit, blah, 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 blah. So peace, love and respect, and I hope you're all well. Yeah, g'day all.